domain, Rafael Fujitsu, and will guide you through the segment of this experience track today. So, the focus here today is to build a sustainable digital ecosystem. And when we say things like sustainable digital ecosystem, it sounds like there is a lot to unpack, right? And honestly, it is. Especially in the manufacturing industry, a lot of the things can go wrong. Your production could stop, there will be a compromise in your safety, your distribution could grind to a halt, a complete stop. So all these are the business disruption that will happen when you do not have a resilient environment itself. So how do we achieve all this? How do we ensure that our operations is running smoothly? We are avoiding all these risks. It's via the 3 C's over here: communication, collaboration, and coordinated action. By communication, we know the goals that our organization is trying to achieve. And by ensuring the resiliency of your business and your OT environment, we will have business continuity, operational resilience, organizational agility, and cost efficiency, which is also equivalent to profitability. Now that we know that why is it important, how do we do it? So we will do it via collaboration and coordinated action. When we talk about robust collaboration, it's about aligning your internal and external factors. So it could be your internal manufacturing protocol, your partner strategies, or your industry regulatory requirement. So all of the things that we align here is to ensure that we have a unified approach in and out to reach the business goals that we have. And for coordinated actions, when we talk about coordinating in different processes, this is where all these things will involve together to ensure that your OT environment is resilient. So we have OT security protection on the left-hand side. So that is a proactive OT management where we need to ensure that your environment is ready, it has advanced threat detection set up in place. And on the right-hand side, we have the response. So after setting up your OT environment, ensure that it is secured, the security measures are implemented. We also need to make sure our detect and respond are also well equipped. Because in the case where you have security incident happen, we need to automate the threat response process. And by automating this, which means it will reduce the business downtime, which also reduce the business impact. With these two pieces joined together, we have it joined in the middle, which is the core engine workflow, the backbone of the streamlined process here. Because over in this core workflow engine, it is an automated driven operation efficiency tool where you will have an integrated incident management. It is AI driven, increased accuracy, increased efficiency itself with the automation workflow tool. And the data, the intelligence doesn't just stop there. We have an integration down to the real-time process mining proactive optimization tool where they will dig into the data, find any inefficiencies, capture those bottlenecks, and then for you to realize it earlier and close the gap. So why do we want to close the gap early? Because we want to reduce the business downtime. We want to reduce the business disruption. When we reduce all this, in return, you will have the growth in your business, which in other words, your business will grow, prosper. So we have all this theory explained in place. Let me show you that in actual solution, how do you actually do that? So ServiceNow here acts as a backbone of all these processes, gel all those streamlined processes together, and with seamless integration with your OT asset discovery and your real-time monitoring tool, the integration here will help to streamline the process outside in, capturing your OT environment, the health status of your OT environment, any up-and-coming alerts, any up-and-coming security threats will be captured by the monitoring tool. You can see the black arrow over there in the middle. So those are the internal integrations between the processes you have. In this implementation, we help them to automate their security operation, and they're also actively monitoring their risk using integrated risk management. So for you have a holistic picture of the entire flow over here. So maybe a quick pop quiz here. By integrating all these processes together, you have, what are the immediate benefits that you may have? there will be less manual intervention, okay? So because we have automation inside, we have AI driven as well, so you also increase the efficiency of the team. Then you will have time to do more valuable stuff, things that drive value and innovation in your organization. Okay, so the data doesn't just stop there. Remember we talked about continuous improvement, right? We have the process mining tool where they ingest the data from different points of the process over here, find out the gaps that we have so that we can foster continuous improvement. Think of it like you have a personal trainer of yourself. Make sure that you continue to improve, get better from day to day. So earlier we talked about automated workflow. Operational cybersecurity requirement is also as important as the automation workflow. We have all those regulatory requirements telling us what metrics to measure our performance, your partner's performance, your internal performance. But how do you know which control to implement? Which control actually brings you closer to your business objective? So there, we will align the strategies with the governance process in order to achieve the goals set over here. That being said, I would like to bring you to this attention to OT management and security. So this is a framework that we have to make sure that your OT environment is resilient. We'll start off with the baselining. During the baselining stage is we will have a thorough discovery and assessment of your OT environment, find out the relationship between your OT assets, and spot any gaps that's in between and any security gaps that you have. By doing assessment, we'll establish the risk profile of your OT environment itself. This information then will be carried over to the preparation stage. The output of those assessments are actually those security measures that you need to implement in your OT environment. For example, you need multi-layer firewall, your network segmentation, etc. Those will be done in the preparation to make sure your OT environment is ready for the business. Next, we set up a detect and analysis stage where we'll tailor a monitoring framework specific to your organization. Because remember, it's not a one-size-fits-all over here, the monitoring tool. Each of your organization has their own complexity, different processes. So this monitoring framework will be tailored to your organization. And during an actual event of a security incident, this is where your response will come into place. Remember how we set up the monitoring? This is help us to capture. During the response, and this is where the containment, eradication, and recovery will come in place. This is where the security team will isolate the problem, resolve it as soon as possible. Without proper detection and analysis in place, you will have a gap in all this. You have a gap in realizing the event itself, you have a gap in responding to it. At last, after the incident has ended, you resolved it, there will be a post-incident activity, or some of them we call PIR, to review on the processes, and if there is any gap that you realize during the process, you then move back to the preparation stage, move back to detect and analysis to update the process playbook that you have. So we talk about detect and respond. Traditionally, these two processes are siloed. They have separate tools, they have separate process, maybe even different teams. Imagine when you have a critical P1 incident happen and you have a gap in between these two. The information do not flow to each other. There is a disparity between the process over here, which means it creates a gap, and then it will prolong the time that you need to resolve such security incident itself. By prolonging this, your business is down, your business operation is down, which in return, there will be less profit or even losing money. Sometimes, depend on your service level agreement with your customer, there might be a penalty that you need to pay to your customer as well. And hence, we have a framework called MDR, which is Managed Detection and Response. This is a combined process of combining detect and respond together. We streamline these two processes together to ensure that the business impact is low. And how do we do that? We have intelligence in place. We have machine learning installed. We have automated response. So all of these, when these are all in place, then it will contain the business issue, the critical issues that happen in the organization. So to give you a summary here, in your OT environment, we have the protection part where you set up, where you prepare your OT environment to get it ready for the business. And on the right-hand side, we have the security response part where to ensure that in any case where there is any incident happen, your environment, your team is ready to respond it on the spot itself. There's no need time for you to pass the baton from one team to another. So over here, I will pass the mic to my colleague, Kun Ek, to explain a little bit further in Thai so to help you understand.
ครับก็สวัสดีครับขอบคุณมากครับที่มาวันนี้ก็เดี๋ยวผมบรีฟตัวของOT protection กับ response เนาะจริงๆแล้วไอตัว framework ที่คุณโซอี้เขาพูดนะครับก็ไม่ได้ใช้ได้กับแค่ OT เนาะจริงๆหลายๆ business ก็เอาเรื่องของprotect response ไปทำนะครับ base มันก็จะเป็น NIST ซึ่งจริงๆแล้วเข้าใจว่าเรื่องของ cyber security แต่ละองค์กรก็มี standard ที่ต่างกันบางคนก็ใช้ NIST ใช่ไหมครับ NIST framework บางคนใช้ของ IEC ใช่ไหมครับที่เป็นโรงงานนะครับอย่างแบงก์ก็เป็นพวกของ BOT แบงก์ชาติเราจะนำตรงนั้นเข้ามาทำในส่วนของการทำ baseline นะครับว่าทางพี่ต้อง compile เรื่องอะไรบ้างนะครับ first step เนี่ยเราจะมาดูเรื่องของ current infra ก่อนนะครับมันจะไม่ใช่การรื้อระบบทำใหม่นะครับเราจะดู existing ว่าตอนนี้มันมีความเหมาะสมแค่ไหนนะครับเราแหลกเรื่องอะไรบ้างโดยการที่ทีมฟูจิสึเนี่ยจะเข้าไปทำเรื่องของ assessment ร่วมกับลูกค้านะครับว่ามีเรื่องของ threat มีเรื่องของlandscape เรื่อง cyber security อะไรบ้างนะครับมีช่องโหว่อะไรบ้างทำการ assessment แล้วก็มา process เรื่องของการทำ discover ในการหาพวก security gap ต่างๆนะครับพอได้ข้อมูลจากตรงนี้เราก็จะเริ่มการทำเรื่องของ protection นะครับเราจะ add on เรื่องของ security control ต่างๆเพิ่มเข้าไปใน environment ของลูกค้านะครับแล้วในเฟสของการ monitor แล้วก็ response เนี่ยจะมีทีม SOC แล้วก็มี service ที่เมื่อกี้เขาแจ้งก็คือ MDR เนาะก็คือ manage detection and response เข้ามาเสริมตรงนี้นะครับซึ่งการที่ทำให้มัน streamline ได้เนี่ยมันก็จะต้องมีแพลตฟอร์มที่มาช่วยจัดการนะครับเรามี service now เข้ามา cover เรื่องของการ manage ทั้งหมดนะครับเป็นเรื่องของการทำให้มันอยู่ในการ governance นะครับมี governance ในการ control นะครับเดี๋ยวหน้าต่อไปมันจะเป็นเรื่อง dashboard ที่โชว์ในเรื่องของ governance ต่างๆว่าตัวของ service now สามารถที่จะมีตัวอย่างหน้าตาเป็นยังไงบ้างนะครับและมี streamline เป็นยังไงบ้างครับขอบคุณครับ
Thanks, Kun Ek. Okay, moving on. We have all the streamlined processes in place already. We need to let you know the power of dashboard and data. Remember, the data is only as valuable as the insights you gain from it. So without putting them into context like this, you do not know what does it mean for your company. So with a single dashboard like this, to help C-suite, it drives strategic decision. And for the teams on the ground, it will help them with their operational day-to-day issues like any potential threats, any security alerts that has been picked up by your monitoring tool, and etc. These will tell you your performance to date. But you also have data collected from your history, right? All those data will be used for continuous improvement, to foster continuous improvement. How do we achieve that? We actually feed all this information into tools like Celonis for process mining automation. So this tool will dig deeper into those data, find out the gaps, and then spot those so that you can close this inefficiency before they become a major problem in your organization. So over here, it's a use case for one of our customers in Japan. In just 3 months, we have proved the value of 600K of improvement savings for every month itself. So a quick recap on what we've discussed today. We know that the 3 C's, communication, collaboration, and coordinated action, is important to help you to drive you closer to your business goals here. By having streamlined process like this, you will ensure that your environment is resilient, is sustainable. And by having this governed process, by establishing this kind of framework, this fosters collaboration alignment between all the team. And with this kind of efficiency, it reduces error, it enables your team to do high value stuff like creating more values, help your business to grow further, to make profits to the organization. So I would like you to take back one question. How can you use these 3 C to bring your and your organization closer to the business goals? If this resonates with you, the topic resonates with you, please feel free to drop us a visit at our booth, understand this use case further. We also have QR code at the side here where you can scan and get more collaterals that's related to what we've discussed today, operational technology resilience. Thank you so much for your time. And now I would like to invite you to move towards to your left-hand side, for the technology check. Thank you so much for your time.